What's up, Magnum sports fans? My name is JT Magnum, and welcome back to Magnum Sports Rundown. Now, today's topic is going to be who's going to win the NFC. For the NFC playoffs, they're just about to start this week with the wild card games. The Detroit Lions are playing at Dallas, and the Arizona Cardinals are playing at the Carolina Panthers, who are 7-8-1, and in a pitiful division that they were in. But they were playing great as of late, and their defense is still good, and we'll see what happens in those games. But who do you think is going to win the NFC? I personally think it's still going to be Seattle. The road is in Seattle. They're the number one seed. It's hard to go to CenturyLink Field and win a game. It's so hard to play there. And not many teams can go up there and win. Not many teams can compete. And I think if the seedings were a little bit different, like if Dallas had maybe the number 2 seed, or things like that, and it might have been a better chance to beat them. But right now, with the way things are shaping up, it's a tough road. Like if Carolina, who I think is going to actually beat the Cardinals this week, despite the records, Cardinals, they don't have a quarterback, and I think if maybe Stanton was there, it'd be a different story. But right now with Lindley at quarterback, I don't see them winning a game. I don't see them winning. I don't see them being able to win in Carolina. And I think with Carolina winning, and I have Dallas winning this week against Detroit, even though Ndamukong Suh is going to play, and Detroit's going to get a lift with that. And I think that Dallas being 4-4 at home, they haven't been the greatest of home teams. I still think they can beat Detroit, but and that shapes up with Carolina going to Seattle and Dallas going to Green Bay. And I don't think Dallas can beat Green Bay with their lineup. I know they can run on them, but Green Bay can run the ball on them as well, and Green Bay can control the clock with passing and running. And Dallas, I don't see them going to Green Bay, even though they're 8-0 on the road. I don't see them going to Green Bay of all places and winning that game. Can they go to Seattle and win a game? I think they can. I think they match up well, a little bit better with Seattle, and with their physicality, on offense with the running game, and they can actually beat Seattle, which they have already done this year. And but I don't see Green Bay going to Seattle and beating Seattle. The only other intriguing thing is Carolina and Detroit. Both have great defenses. Now, if Detroit can win this game against Dallas this week, which I don't think they can, but if they do, they have that physical defense that can be able to go up to Seattle and match them on defense. Like, they can stop Marshawn Lynch. They have a great run defense, and they can stop Marshawn Lynch. Can they stop the passing game? Can they contain Russell Wilson is the question. And will they be able to score points against that Seattle defense? Do I think they can beat Seattle in Seattle? No. Do I think they can be competitive in Seattle? Yes, with their defense. So and Carolina's another intriguing thing, because if they win, I think they actually will be playing, especially if Dallas wins their game. But Carolina almost beat Seattle this year, but it was in Carolina. It was 13-9, and Carolina matches up with Seattle well for some reason. Their defense and the way they play is the same. But the problem with Carolina is they have no receivers to be able to match up against Seattle, and you got to be able to run the ball and pass. And I think that's the issue where Carolina always has. They can't score points. They can't manufacture enough points against that Hawks defense. They can't, sustain drives for long periods of time, and you have to not make mistakes when you go to Seattle. So who do I think is going to win the NFC? Seattle. By far, I think they're going to win it. It's tough to beat them at home. I think they're going to once again go to the Super Bowl, and I think they're gonna go on, and let's see, if they win another title. But like I said, the toughest teams I think that are in Seattle's way, believe it or not, Detroit and Dallas. I think those two teams can actually match Seattle in Seattle, especially with the way they play defense. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know who you think is going to win the NFC. Let me know who you think is the best threat to Green Bay and Seattle being the number 1 and number 2 seeds. All right. So for JT Magnum, Magnum Sports Rundown, I'm out. Peace.